The oracle's wound, a transmission to the feminine and to the king. There is a collective wound that runs through every oracle, every seer, every woman who has carried prophetic truth through her vessel. The wound of not being heard. The rage beneath the silence. There lives a rage within the feminine consciousness, a heartbreak so ancient it has calcified into shutdown, into silence, into the decision to stop speaking wisdom to those who will never receive it. One of the most painful experiences for the feminine is feeling her gifts hold no contribution to the empire. When she carries direct feedback, wisdom, and it falls into the silent ears of a busy man, he becomes so consumed with what he believes is the most powerful contribution, so focused on his mission, his role, his interpretation, he forgets her ability to offer a higher lens, a broader perspective of information, and she shuts down. Throughout history, when the oracle has been ignored, dismissed, misunderstood, she has closed. She has stopped sharing. She has turned her back on the very wisdom she came here to deliver. She chose silence over rejection. She chose withdrawal over being unseen. She chose to stop speaking rather than continue offering pearls to those who cannot recognize their value. The civilizations fell. The wisdom that could have saved thousands was never implemented because she was too hurt to keep speaking, and he was too busy to stop and listen. The New Earth Reclamation. What is happening now is different. We are being given the opportunity to alchemize this ancient wound, to choose a new pathway, to reclaim the role we forfeited in Atlantis and many historical moments of time when we shut down, when we stopped speaking, when we allowed the pain of not being heard to silence our God connection. The new way is this. When the king is not hearing you, return to God's word. When the masculine is too busy to receive your wisdom, ask for God's leadership. When your gifts appear to go unvalued, seek direct guidance from Source, not from men. The oracle heals her heart by realizing her connection to God, Source, Creator, is not dependent on whether the king hears her. Her power is not diminished because the masculine is focused elsewhere. Her wisdom remains pure truth, whether it is received by one or by none. She no longer shuts down from man and simultaneously shuts down from Source. She no longer makes his lack of hearing mean something about her worth. She no longer abandons her gifts because others cannot recognize them. She returns to God. To the oracle, you hold yourself strong in your knowing, in your wisdom, in your power. When he cannot hear you, you return to the one who always hears you. God, Source, Creator. You receive the truth beyond what he can hear. You receive the directives that transcend his current capacity. You know the truth, and therefore you are secure and stable. The hurt dissolves when you realize you never needed his validation to know what you truly, deeply know. Women, reclaim your mastery. Here is where the ancient pattern must shift completely in the realms of spirit. The masculine leads the physical realm, the tangible, the structures, the frameworks of matter. But you, the feminine, the oracle, you are the master of the spiritual realm, the ethereal, the energetic. There will be times where it becomes necessary to reclaim this mastery, to stop looking to your masculine for spiritual direction, to remember you are the one who sees beyond the veil. You are the one who channels Source. You are the one who leads in the realms he cannot access. Your service flows through your mastery, through God's directive, for self, for other, and for the collective. When you look at your masculine for spiritual leadership, you can abandon the role gifted to you. You forget who you are. You diminish the very gift you came here to deliver. He looks to you for the ethereal wisdom. You look to God for the spiritual direction. Together, you serve the divine plan through your distinct mastery. You are the conduit, the channel, the seer of all pathways. Your worth is not measured by whether the empire implements your wisdom. Your power is not diminished because the kings are too occupied to receive it. You speak what Source asks you to speak. You deliver what God commands you to deliver, regardless of reception, regardless of implementation, regardless of being heard. To the King, she is speaking. Can you hear her? Your focus on your own mission, your own leadership, your own contribution blinds you to the higher lens she offers, the broader perspective, the prophetic vision that could change the course of your empire. When you are too busy to listen, civilizations fall. When you dismiss her wisdom as unclear, impractical, as lacking structure, you lose access to the very wisdom that could ensure your success. She sees what you cannot see. She knows what you have yet to realize. She carries truth your mind has not yet touched. Your role is to create the structure for her vision, to build the framework for her prophecy, to be the king who finally hears the oracle and implements her wisdom with the masculine precision she needs. Together, you build the new earth. The choice point. We stand at the same precipice, the same moment of decision. Will the feminine shut down again, or will she return to God and speak anyway? Will the masculine dismiss her again, or will he finally stop and listen? The oracle speaks. The king hears, and God leads both. And the new earth foundations are built on the union of their gifts, their roles, their devotion to something greater than their individual missions. This is the way.